What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to 2016. Still don't have any flying cars, but we got hoverboards, if that counts for anything. Well, I came across this new Kanye West song. I think it's called Facts. And he's basically going in talking about his experience with Nike and how Nike's fallen off because Kanye came out with the Yeezys on Adidas. And now Nike's losing market share, and he's talking wild, right? And there's a couple of things I want to talk about regarding this song. So this channel actually indirectly was started because of a conversation I had regarding Kanye West's business deals. It was around the time where he was talking about trying to start a fashion line, and there was all these gatekeepers. And I realized then that the younger person I was talking to just didn't understand the reality of what could be done because, you got a guy like Kanye West telling you how impossible things are. So there's a couple of very important lessons here. First of all, Kanye West is in business, right? And as a person who's in business, for him to make this song about another brand, it's incredibly childish, and really it's incredibly stupid. Because technically he could be sued for defamation because of some of the claims that he made in the song. Now I don't know if Nike's going to take it there, but it doesn't matter. The point is, this beef culture that we have in hip hop that we pass on to the kids and we take into other aspects of life is really dangerous, right? Because it's great to talk a lot of crap when you're on top. But, life is long, and, business is a long and arduous process. You never really know where you're going to end up. So there's a certain level of having to humble yourself where you don't want to talk too wild just because you got it right now, because you can always lose it. Case in point, you got guys like Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson never wanted to play by the rules, and that was great when he was MVP and he was dominating. But as he got older and his skills became less apparent, he found it very difficult to find a home in the NBA, even though he was still capable of playing. People just didn't want to deal with him. And, in business, you never really know when you're going to see somebody again if you're in the same industry, especially something as small as shoes, And then, obviously he's on top right now, or he's not even necessarily on top. First of all, Nike's market share is the highest it's ever been, okay? Adidas is 1/5 the size of Nike. Nike is the largest brand, and Kanye is really just talking. And I get it, he had a great year, and that's great for him. But there may come a time when Kanye's not doing so hot, or he's a little bit up in age and he can't really make the music that he was making before, and maybe he needs a foot in the door. Now, because he's done stuff like this or spaz on all these people over the years, it might be difficult for people to want to work with him. You see, right now, everybody is going to want to work with you when you're hot. But when you burn all these bridges on the way up to the top, sometimes it comes back to bite you on the ass. So what I will say is, though Kanye is having a good year and his shoes apparently did very well, he's barking up the wrong tree. Nike is still a giant compared to Adidas. In fact, Adidas isn't even larger than Skechers, just to be 100% honest here. So with that said, though, I love the fact that he has essentially revitalized this brand. And that is what is really incredibly important here. Kanye West took what was a decent brand in Adidas and completely revitalized it by putting his own name on it. Now, a lot of people don't understand that, one of the larger reasons why people don't get things done is because they want to go to the biggest player in the game, and that was his problem before. That's why he was getting kind of locked out of the fashion industry, is that he felt like he should be able to go to the biggest designers and tell them, this is what I want to do, this is the split, and let's make that happen. And they just said, no, we're not going to do your deal because you want to come through us. You want our channels, you want our marketing, you want our brand to endorse you, and it doesn't work like that. But Adidas was willing to work with him. But just imagine if he didn't even bother going with Adidas. What if he just decided to create his own shoe company? And that's the important thing here. when you realize that your name is actually what's selling the product, you realize that you don't need the endorsement of the brand. Now, he said in that song, I believe, that infrastructure was the problem. But infrastructure is something that you can build if you're willing to put the time in. And the truth is, Kanye never wanted to put the time in to build up that infrastructure. He wanted something that was ready-made. And I understand that, he's a musician, so he's trying to focus on that, and he's got all these other side projects. So that makes total sense. But as a black man in America, things are a little bit different for us. While it's great to be able to just put your name on something and get it out in a couple of months, you have to think about the future. And I'm not telling anyone that what Kanye did was wrong, but understand that had he taken the next step and said, you know what, I'm going to put the music on hold for a little bit. I got a lot of bread. I'm going to focus on creating my own shoe brand. I'm going to build my own factory. I'm going to get this whole thing done the right way. And then maybe I'll be able to hire my own presidents, vice presidents, managers, and employees for this black-owned shoe company. But that's just a thought. That's just taking it to the next level. But I do want to say Kanye West had that power. He had the power to do it himself. And a lot of people have that power. And once we realize that, or sometimes your name is bigger than the product you're selling, then you realize just how many opportunities are truly available to you.